Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Marana Chamber podcast. I'm Audra Winters, and I'm your host for today's podcast. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. Our podcast features Marana Chamber members and business owners sharing information about their business, what makes them successful, what they have learned, and tips to help you with your business and everyday life. We hope you find these podcasts helpful and entertaining, and that you will let others know about them. Our podcasts are being recorded and edited by Anstar Production Group. I would now like to welcome our guest for today's podcast, Patti Comerford, who is a councilwoman for the town of Marana and a consultant for Thirtyone Gifts. So we get a real treat today and get to hear about two things about Patti. Okay, Patti, before we get started, just tell us a little bit about yourself, your family, and how long you've lived here in Marana.
Hi, Audra. Well, we've been here for 27 years. We moved in 1994. Scott work transferred him out here, and my son was 4 years old. My parents decided to make the move, and so we bought two homes, and here we are 27 years later, still here, still in the same house, and loving Marana.
Excellent. Great. Well, thank you. So the first one, since you know, we're going to talk about two items. First is your town council position. So how long have you been a town council woman?
Yep. This year, 2021, is my 20th year. I started in 2001, that election, and prior to that, I was on Planning and Zoning Commission for 6 years. So I've been around a little bit. And wow. 2021, and I'm 20 years this year.
Well, congratulations. That's a great service to our community, and we thank you for your service, and we hope that we will get another 20 years out of you. No? Arms can be twisted, I hope.
You're funny.
What has been your favorite thing about being on the council?
Probably the whole reason I got involved is the people. I love, our little town, not so little anymore, but I love our small town feel. The people that are here, to me, are unique, both business sense and residential sense. They're great folks to be able to serve, and that's what I feel like I've been doing, is I'm a public servant, and I'm happy to do it for these great people out here.
Exactly. And I think what I admire about the town of Marana is that usually when you're involved with a city or a town, yeah, you can have a great community and a great sense of community, and you really have it in there for the community. But sometimes you can lack the business sense, or vice versa. You can be really business savvy, but lack the community sense. And I think Marana has a good recipe going. They really take care of their residents and making sure that they have all the services that they need, that they're safe. We have an excellent police department, but then also they're always looking out for our businesses too. So
yeah, and that's the goal of Marana. I mean, we're never perfect. We're always striving for better. We want to provide that 5-star service in every aspect of the town, our streets, our law enforcement. We've got the best police squad in the entire state, in my opinion. They just are ranks above. And all our different departments just really strive. These people really care about the community they serve. And that's, to me, one of the things that makes Marana so unique.
I would have to agree with you as a resident of Marana. So all the buzz is it's all happening in Marana. People are moving to Marana. People are looking to open up businesses or move their business from other locations. So share with us kind of some scoop that you might have about what's going on in the town.
Yeah. Well, there's a saying that if you have no growth, you're dead. If you're stagnant, you're dead. And we try to balance that. We don't want to grow too fast, but we want to accommodate the best that Marana can be. And so our businesses are very important to us. They're the lifeblood of what we do. We're a resident, since we don't have a property tax in the town of Marana, Our resident funds are pretty much one-time funds once their house is built and they move in. So the businesses have to be important, have to be considered one of our top concerns. And in order for them to strive, they've got to have the rooftops. So it kind of goes hand in hand. But you don't ever want to get to the point where one outdoes the other. You know, it takes well-planned growth. And although we're a growing community, I like to think that we are planning well and trying to stay up with the services needed for that growth.
So what scoop? Do you have any scoop that you can share with us?
Yep, sure. We just had a council and staff retreat, and I think it just went very well. Terry Rosema, as you know, is our new town manager, and he's doing a great job. He's excited, and he's got the new blood that's needed to keep this place moving. There are some exciting things. There's a lot of interest in the town right now. There's a lot of interest in the business part of town. So there's some business looking to come to town. You know, we can't always talk about all of it and give you the gushy-dushies, but, you know, at least we know that there are people interested. Of course, the home builders would love to just keep building and building and building. You know, they want to build 400 homes a month, and we're not going to let them do that. I mean, we don't have the capacity to do it right now. It's just not ready for them to do it. And of course, that's part of balancing. You want them to stay interested, you want them to stay here, and you want them to do well, and to continue to do well. But you want to also be able to provide those services, you know, and I think it will all work out in the long run.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you talked about us having that small town feeling and that kind of that family feeling, and I felt it instantly when I moved here. But, you know, we just had the census, and the town's hoping that we reach over 50,000 people.
Oh, yeah.
And what does that mean once we reach 50,000 people?
So that puts us kind of in a new category, which opens the door for different types of state grants, federal grants. So that 50,000 mark is kind of the magic number to kind of opening some other opportunities. Along with that, it gets us to be able to look at some of the things sooner that, you know, we've been planning long ways down the road. So, you know, being able to look at our downtown area and the development of that is really exciting to me, because back when I first started, that was, you know, one of the dreams of being able to have in Marana a downtown area. And it's coming to fruition, and there are lots of fun ideas and plans to bring that along. Of course, there's the business interest, which helps it, but townwide, you know, there are some exciting things, you know, big community centers and new aquatic centers and things like that to be planning and looking forward to. So once you get that 50,000, those are starting to be the things that we can look at how are we going to fund them. You know, what is the most challenging things in today's times is funding projects. But when you learn about what the town's going through, how we get our resources, our main resources come from sales tax. And making sure you have that revenue is keeping your businesses healthy. One of the things we just found out, which I think is awesome and a great opportunity for Marana, is we just found out that 65% of the sales tax revenue comes from outside of Marana. So that's great for us, right? So looking at that shows us that, you know, the burden is not completely on the residents. It's on the people that also visit Marana, using our roads and our services and that. And that's, you know, that's an exciting thing to look at in that regard of spreading the pain around a little bit more, so that it's not just a resident who's suffering the cost of expansion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, great. But continue to shop local and
That's
shop
right.
Marana.
Absolutely.
Shop
Absolutely.
often, shop big.
Right? Invite your family from outside of Marana. Everybody come on in and spend in Marana.
Yeah, we don't discriminate. We'll take anybody's money.
That's right.
Well, good. Well, again, thank you for your service with the town of Marana.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Like with any of our council members, you can always reach out to Patti. They're always very open to hearing from their constituents.
It's really,
and their friends.
It's really important to me that you understand that at least I'm approachable, and if I don't have an answer for you, I'll find out what it is. All of us are happy to talk, and I hope people feel we're approachable and that they can talk to us anytime they'd like.
Great. I have that feeling, so it's nice that you guys reintegrate it and make sure that we know. So going on to the next hat that you wear, Thirtyone Gifts is your business. You're a sales consultant for them and operate your own business out of your home. And so share a little bit about what Thirtyone Gifts is.
Oh, sure. So Thirtyone Gifts is a direct sale company, much like your Tupperware and Mary Kay, and it's a party oriented business. And I started purchasing the product, and I really loved the quality and the type of product it is. And I'm like, let me find out about this. So it took about a year to research it and found out that it's a faith-based company. And the husband and wife that started it, he was pastor and she was pastor's wife. And her kiddos were growing up, and she wanted to find a way to help women be their own boss, make their own hours around their families and their time, so that they could be home with their kids. I really like that. That really, even though my baby is grown and gone out of the house, but the whole idea, the whole concept of it, it's not a competition as much as it's a sisterhood. And I love being around these young women who kind of keep me going and keep me young. It's been great friendships. I've got friends all across the country now with this. It's a good product. It was easy to start. It's not one of those startup businesses where it costs you an arm and two legs. It was very reasonable, still is, and I love doing it.
Good. Well, you're good at doing it too. And like you said, it is fabulous products. I have purchased many of my own. So definitely we'll give you Patti's information here in just a little bit. But you mentioned that it was a party, so that means getting together into each other's homes and stuff. And obviously within the last year, we haven't been able to do that. So how has your business changed and how has it kept going? Because even the whole company probably had to change its model and so forth.
Oh, right. And, like a lot of direct sale companies right now, it has been a struggle. But, all business is that way, and you have to reinvent yourself. So fortunately enough, with social media being the way it is, it's great. I can do party on Facebook Live or any of that to anyone, anywhere in the country now. So there's that ability to do that. There still is I think, with our product, because people want to feel it, they want to see it, and so there's still that need for some women. And talking about reinventing and trying to find new ways, fortunately, there's a business in town who's offered me the best opportunity to have my product out and available for people to see in their pop-up coffee shop on the weekends, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And what a great way for businesses to help each other. You got to keep reinventing that wheel. You got to keep coming up with ways to do that. I'm so blessed and lucky for them to have contacted me and allow me to do that. They have been another miracle story too. They've had to reinvent themselves constantly too. And those are the businesses that strive. Those are the ones that survive. You have to kind of roll with the times and find things that'll work. Now, this year hasn't been exactly lucrative, but I'm still here and we're still hanging on. And I don't plan on going anywhere for a while. So one of the things we've done is on March 20th at TOP, T-O-P, the other place, which is owned by Copper Creek Cookies, we're going to have an event. And because we're all going to do it together, kind of the whole community of businesses over there. And they're debuting their new smoker meats and showing what they're doing. And then we are going to be there debuting our new spring and summer line. And they've invited some other groups. So another fun day and outside and out in the fresh air and great time of year. And, people are itching to get out. Those that want to get out, we'll do all our social distancing and everything required and our mask and the whole bit. But we are also, providing an opportunity for people to come out and see these businesses that have worked really hard to stay alive and, provide an outing basically for families and all.
Exactly. Which is nice because like you say, you are coming together and maybe you've never would have partnered with this business before, even though maybe you were friends for a long time.
Right.
But it's just making those connections and reinventing
And,
yourself is so important.
And thanks to the chamber. I mean, these are the connections that you make when you're in the chamber. You meet different people from different businesses. And although they sell cookies and everything that they sell, who would have ever known you match up with somebody who sells 31 bags,
Well, you got some to put your cookies in something.
There you go. There you go.
Or cinnamon rolls. They also do excellent cinnamon rolls. Yeah. So where are they located?
So they're located in the business park on Ina Road at Old Father.
Okay. So just right off
of that.
There's brand new
beautiful Ina Road, yeah. And all those businesses, God love them. They all struggled through the 2 years of construction for the new Ina Road off-ramp. And now they're all striving and trying to hang in there for, the COVID pandemic.
So this was probably nothing to them. They're like,
well, they're, first they couldn't get there. Now you can't go there. So everybody keeps finding new ways.
Yeah.
And like I said, you'll find the people still there who have tried to reinvent and find ways to connect with their customers.
And that's what I've always said. The businesses have made this happen. They've reinvented themselves. They figured out how to make it work.
Yeah,
so you're there
you got to roll with the punches.
On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from what time to what
8
time?
to 5.
8 to 5. Wow,
Yeah.
those are long days. So
Yep.
you have 3 days to find Patti for 31 products at the top.
Right.
Okay. And for some reason, if they want to buy something from you late Monday night, how do they find you? What's your Facebook page?
My Facebook, you're going to laugh at my Facebook page, is Patti's Fun Bags and Parties on Facebook. That's basically what it is. You can also find me at my Patti Comerford page. There are 2 separate pages, but it'll get you there. I have a website that you can go to and actually look at product, and it is my31.com/Patti Comerford. So,
And 31 is spelled out, right?
Yes.
It's not just the number. It's all spelled out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent.
31 is absolute. Yeah. 31 spelled out. My 31. Yep.
Excellent. Anything else you'd like to share with us about either the town or 31 Gifts?
I would just tell everybody to hang in there. Things are going to come back. They're starting to come back and things are starting to open. And, the chamber has been such a resource for so many people. It's a great organization for any of us to be a part of. Take advantage of those situations and get out and talk to your other business, folks and find out what everybody's doing, because, we're better together. We really are better together. And working to help each other. The Chamber offers so many programs, and it's been great to slowly get back and see everybody. And, we miss that. And hang in there. It's coming.
Excellent. Well, again, thank you, Patti Comerford, Town of Marana Councilwoman and owner of Thirtyone Gifts, sales consultant. And I also want to thank Star Productions Group for being here and editing this and making sure we sound great. Remember to take care of one another, be nice, be kind, and again, shop local and shop often. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.